Today I'm joined by the JADE Dragons, who have got world's aspirations, dreams, if you would, but that's not the only dream out there. Cthulhu's Dream, new advanced GG flavor, available right now, and for 30% off if you use code SMITE30 on all jars. That offer ends on Monday the 13th, so you've got it all weekend. Make sure you grab yourself a new flavor, a big bulk package, perhaps a really cool shaker cup, which is a colorway that I think much more appealing for me personally. I just want standard black colors. Raspberry acai. I have no idea what that tastes like. Fellas, you ever had acai?
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I get the bowls from...
Is it like a berry? What is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's it called? From...
You got it.
Yeah.
You got it.
I don't remember what it's called.
What's the point?
But it's like you get the bowl and then it's like...
Yeah, the acai bowl.
Yeah. From Pliable.
Pliable.
That stuff bangs.
And there you have it. So you know, LASBRA testimonial, that stuff bangs. Make sure you pick up that flavor whenever you want. 30% off, code SMITE30. But let's talk Smite, fellas. Let's talk JADE Dragons. I got DARDEZ, I got VAPORISHCOAST, I've got LASBRA. You're coming off a 3-3 week, last week of the SPL, 0-3 to the Ferryman, 3-0 on the Hounds. How are the boys feeling? Was that expectations going in? I think maybe fair to say Ferryman a little bit harder matchup. Hounds, you're probably a bit favored. Did everything go, kosher?
Yeah, I mean, we had to make it interesting. If we won against Ferryman, we got qualified for the playoffs. So,
Yeah, that would have been boring.
So we just decided, let's just lose. Don't show anything. Go into Hounds, and then, they could win. If they won against us, then they qualify the playoffs. We don't qualify. So we wanted to put on a show, and that's what we did. 3-0, clean.
Yeah, is that true? You went into the Ferryman like just don't show anything. No, you went and try. Okay, fair.
Of course, we got to try and win every set, but I think they came out stronger and had a bit better drafts than what we did. So it was a little bit hard to play.
What about you, Coast? Fresh eyes on the team. I think this is the first time we've done a check-in with you since you've been on the team.
Yep.
You feel like the boys failed you in that Ferryman set, or what's going on there?
I said the set was on DARDEZ. You got to keep pulling the leash, and he was like 0-6 on the Hell game, but somehow he had more impact than DARDEZ, so that's just unlucky. But we beat the Hounds, which is great. I would have been heartbroken to lose to the team, but I left. So.
Yeah, that's a must-win for you.
I mean, I can't lose to Neilma. That guy's a bit of a fraud. So.
All right, walk me through that. But first, DARDEZ, do you want to address the allegations here?
What can you do, man? It's Paul.
It's Paul from PC. Not much you can
there's
do.
nothing I can do.
Even when he's like 0-4 on the Hell.
Yeah, man. Well, I was having more impact on the budge. Just a bit.
No comment.
No comment. Okay, let's tiebreaker it. DARDEZ more impact. Coast no impact. LASBRA.
Like if I had impact?
No. If whether or not DARDEZ had impact.
The Hell game.
Yeah, he had impact.
Just not the whole set. What about the whole set?
I played Jonqui.
Oh, don't remind me.
Let's not talk about it.
I think he did a great job on the bug.
I was top damage on Jonqui though. You have to remember.
You were getting active.
Top deaths.
I mean, that's
with like 1 kill.
Like, if you don't go blink.
You're like 1-6.
Yeah, that's the point of the job.
The point's to get kills though. With your damage, you won't kill anyone.
I don't know how the game.
He's saying your damage was Mickey. You didn't even have to aim it.
Yeah, that was poor damage. Jonqui poor damage.
Right.
All impact damage, all on Paul.
I wasn't seeing the impact. That's all.
Fair enough. DARDEZ, you're the vet on this team, man. You can't let this rookie come in and bully you.
It's funny.
You should see scrims. It's the other way around.
Is it?
Yeah.
Every day.
Is he mean to you, Coast?
Oh, he's so mean to me.
He is bullying him.
Is that true, Laz? It's like real.
Yep.
He's asking for it.
I'm not asking for it. I don't ask for it, man.
He's that kind of guy. Like, it's so easy to bully him.
Yeah.
So I kind of have to.
You think maybe it's because how old are you now, Coast?
20.
Oh my God! I remember when you were 13, I believe. Was that 7 years ago now?
Yep.
At what age did the Penta kid happen?
I think I was 13, maybe 12, probably 13.
Man, all right.
When he Penta killed you when he was 13?
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Listen, all I know is for those of you who haven't been watching the league, this is VAPORISHCOAST, the Penta Kid, earns that title against me. Hate that. Aggro takes every opportunity to remind me. All I know is this is back when we were in the same room playing.
Oh.
And his father had actually come out to that LAN.
Yep.
And his dad is the most vocal person to have ever walked through these doors at High Res. He is a very loud cheerer.
Really?
But
More than Neil.
more than who?
More than Neil.
Yeah, Neil's got nothing. Xbox kids were loud. I mean, Coast could tell you for sure. Like El Leon, me, Coys, Cloud, we're all like loud dudes.
Yep.
And his dad is in that Mount Rushmore of loud people.
That's crazy.
But Coast sits down in his seat. And I remember thinking to myself, no way I'm losing to a child. Because he's sitting there and he's kicking his legs because his legs don't hit the ground yet. And his dad's over there. I'm like, this guy got walked to the playground today by his father. He can't reach the floor. It's not going to be an issue. Drops a pentakill on my head. Takes the game. Evens up the set. Life was tough. And since then, it's all history. That's VAPORISHCOAST, the Penta kid. I mean, does that go to your head at 13? Do you, like... What's going through your mind at that point? Like, I'm just that guy.
Yeah, I mean, it's being like a teenager and you're like really good at something. It's like obviously you gotta have a bit of an ego and be a bit more like annoying because teenagers are annoying in general. And you give them an ego. And it's just where it was. So
God,
I was a bit annoying to deal with for a couple of years.
You held on to it for
Couple years.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
yeah. When did it stop? When did it stop?
That's still growing.
Come on, man.
But it's good to hear that you've been put in check a little bit, at least in scrims. And LASBRA, I want to hear your perspective on this because apparently DARDEZ may be a bit mean. DARDEZ saying Coast is asking for it. What's going on? How's the bullying go? Talk me through the dynamic.
I mean, I didn't know that DARDEZ was a bully, but I realized when Coast joined the team that DARDEZ is really a bully, and there's not much to do about it. Every chance he gets, he's just bullying him.
Yeah, like what's he saying? Like maybe control your lane, get a purple buff. Where's the rotations?
Anything, everything. Yep.
Bad picks, bad breath.
He complains when I don't pick Anher. When I'm not Anher, he starts complaining.
Is it true?
It's true.
Yeah, On Her is the best pick, to be fair. For
In my hands,
it
yeah.
is. But I'm trying to like.
I've got to get you gods to that level, you know, and he's not letting me. He's trying to keep me in a box.
I'm just trying to tell him he needs one more god, you know.
So I pick a different god. You're like, dude, Anher was open. I'm like, dude, I gotta get
You're
new
not
character.
delivering, you know.
I am delivering. Dude.
Yeah, we had a problem in scrims when Morrigan was banned, you know.
Exactly.
We only had Morrigan in mid lane, we only have Enho in dual lane.
Whoa, we got a Hera over here.
Nah.
Okay, I guess.
Nah.
My bad. I mean, to be fair, I don't play Hero in streams.
Okay.
I just
Only
know
on
that.
game day.
Only. I refuse to play in streams. I'm like, no. Man.
Yeah, you played it too much now. So we've got Morrigan and On Her.
Yep.
Lazarus giving away the entire band strategy with Worlds right around the corner.
Yeah, it's over.
GG, I guess.
Easily.
God bless. All right, we talked about the Ferryman set. Let's talk a little bit about the Hounds, because that is a must-win for Coast, having a abandoned ship, if you would. How did it feel for you, Coast? Meet up against the boys. Neil Ma's a fraud, of course. Like, what's going through your mind there?
Yeah, it's just a bit like sigh of relief to like not lose. Like I wasn't worried about like not making like the playoffs. It's like I was just more concerned about losing to them because it just looks so bad. But I think even if I did lose, I feel like I made the right decision to leave because I just felt like we could only go so high with Hounds. Like I just looked at like the top 3 teams. I just felt like we could never really beat them.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's teams like Ravens, you know, like the bottom teams. So like we could beat them, but like just like the top 3, I feel like I could never have done that with Hounds. But like with Dragons, like it was already there. You could see like they were taking games. Like they were getting reverse swept a lot, you know, but they were taking the games of like the top teams. So
Fair. So you think the Dragons before you could have taken the top 3 teams, or maybe it's only with you now they've gained that
like
ability.
they could have done it, but I'm just, you know,
They weren't doing it, but they
weren't
could've.
doing it. But now they have me. They should be doing it.
It is one of the funniest things on the planet. I remember it was like Coast's first week with the Dragons. You guys got a set win, and he walks out and Coast is big cheesing in the break room, and he goes, "I fixed them." It was, you guys were up 2-0, and then you lose one game, and then I think you won game 4. He's like, "No reverse sweep. I fixed them."
Who was it again? Levi?
Was that the Levi's?
Levi's.
We
the first
threw
one.
out Levi's. So.
Oh, maybe it was a 3-0 then,
It was
just straight up.
Kings.
Kings, that's it.
True.
Yeah, it was Kings.
Yeah, good times. I remember Mike just rolling his eyes, Nika's laughing it up. I mean, does it really feel like he's revitalized the team? Do you think Coast has fixed you guys?
He's fixed us, and then DARDEZ is taking him down after. It's like this whole thing. I don't know what to say.
Any words, DARDEZ?
Nah, I'm not gonna say anything. He deserves it. That's
How do I deserve it?
Like,
I came to you in a time of need, and this is how you
Listen,
repay me.
Like Lars said,
You were on your knees. You're like, please join, please. We need you.
It's
And then-
simple. Lars said I was not bullying anyone, and then you arrived, so you're just asking for it.
How? What?
I don't know. That just happens.
the thing about DARDEZ is that he doesn't really talk much. Like, he's a little bit of a quiet guy, but now he talks. But it's not about Smite. It's about bullying Coast. Like,
It's like a real thing. We're not just doing a bit. He's
no.
actually Coast. Air your grievances, man. If you could change one thing about DARDEZ, what is
only
it?
only one, you know. That's tough. I've got like a long list, you know. I got like a notepad I write after every scrim.
I'm thinking I'm seeing where he's asking for it now, DARDEZ.
This is self-defense.
It's self-defense. Bow, bow, bow.
but the way I see it is like, you know, Coast is young. He's old. Like, it's like big brother, little brother. You know.
I am old.
How old are you now, DARDEZ?
25.
20. You can't say you're old, man. We are pushing 30. I'm also
It's
25.
5 years.
Isn't
You're
it
not
crazy?
5.
I know. He's been allowed to drive now for what, like 2 years?
Yeah.
Still can't drink. Has never had a drink, surely.
No,
Of
never.
course, never.
Never. I mean, that is. Well, I mean, when you go back home, I believe you can.
Oh, yeah.
right? Yeah.
Never in the States.
Do you fly back just so you can sometimes?
I'm not a big drinker, but
Really?
you know, for special occasions, I guess.
I figured the Jade Dragons would be a party squad. That's the stigma around you guys, like maybe a bit of a party animal team.
I used to.
Yeah.
I'm old now.
Yeah. Any crazy party stories back from your Smite youth? You've been in the league for how long now, DARDEZ?
8?
8
9?
years?
I don't know. I don't even remember.
17-ish when you started, 18 somewhere in there?
Yeah.
Maybe. All right. What's best party you've had? What's best SPL party?
I try. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to remember, honestly.
The best ones you'll never remember, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, true. I do remember getting absolutely, like, you know, smashed.
Yeah.
So I don't remember anything. You know.
I'll say this about LASBRA. I remember there was an Xbox LAN. We had come in just after the PC players had left.
Yep.
And we get down, we take the shuttle from the airport, we get to the hotel. I believe it was called Staybridge at the time. It's since then changed. And the manager, the owner of that hotel, sits the entirety of the Xbox players, there's like 30 of us in the lobby, sits us down and is like, there will be no partying in the rooms, there will be no drinking, you're not going to go crazy at all because the last people in here went wild.
Yep.
And I hear, perhaps that was you, LASBRA,
Yep.
who had maybe...
There's too many
you-
stories.
you,
Went crazy.
did you tear like a cabinet off a wall or something, was it?
No.
No?
no,
Fair
no,
enough. Oh, is that someone else?
Not the cabinet, at least.
Oh, okay.
But I was drunk. Yep. But,
that was bad.
but
We cannot say it.
yeah, but I don't drink much anymore, and yeah, I actually I drink a bit like New Year's sometimes, but other than that, I don't really go out that much anymore.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Man,
There's too many stories, but we cannot tell them. That's the thing.
we'll have to do it after dark one of these days.
Yeah.
God bless.
Not on broadcast. Like, it's
Man, the culture in Smite has really changed a lot throughout the years too. Because I remember back before we were on a LAN league, and Coach, you could speak to this as well. Being Xbox, we were never given that privilege to just be here every single day. But anytime the teams would get together, the players would get together, it was
That was very
just
fun.
a crazy experience. You'd go absolutely wild. Who are maybe some of the craziest players just you've had the opportunity to meet? I mean, LASBRA and DARDEZ, you both have been in the league for a very long time.
It has to be Fred, man.
Is Fred really the wild
Fred-
one?
He's kind of crazy.
He's crazy.
Yeah?
He's just so funny. I don't know. That guy is just so funny.
Fair enough. So Fred for you as well?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up with him, you know, so about him and Trix, they're definitely crazy.
Yeah, Trix as well.
Dude, Trix as well. Yeah.
Trix and Fred, like, yeah. Every lad, man.
All Europeans. What's going on? No crazy Americans.
I'm sure there's some crazy Americans.
There's gotta be.
God. I mean, I don't know who it would be. I feel like
Yeah, I don't remember.
everybody's a little bit crazy, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know who's like crazy.
Okay, fair enough. Are there any stories we can maybe share from Trix's past or Fred's past? Now, you know, they're exempt now. We can't find those guys.
I mean,
but
you've seen the videos, right?
they've seen the videos.
The belt.
With the belt. You don't remember the belt? What?
I've received the belt before.
There's no way.
What are you? Is this something we can talk about?
We've started now, you know.
Yeah, we started now. All right, I'll take the heat. I started this. What? Tell
It
me.
was on Twitter. So
Okay, tell me the belt story.
I mean, it's not a story. It's like a thing in Denmark, right?
Yeah.
It's a Danish thing.
that's
It's a
just-
tradition.
That's just something to say. They say it's a tradition.
So they lied to us.
Wait, you guys actually believe that?
Why wouldn't I? I don't know about it.
Yeah.
I'm not Danish.
Well, I know it's not a thing, but
Yeah, it's not like a.
that's what they used to say.
Yeah,
Instead of-
they used to bait people into doing it because.
Just say
Yeah.
it, man.
I'm not saying
You're the
it.
Danish guy. You should say
I don't do that stuff.
You don't have to say
He's done it.
So basically, you know,
Don't it?
yeah, Fred was back. He's like for 10 minutes. Fred was like, "Dude, come do it." I was like, "All right." He said it was like a hex mambo thing. I was not on mambo, but it's, okay, well, I've committed at this point.
Yeah, let's
you
hear
have
it.
so you like, go over the table, you pull your shorts down.
You didn't know about it.
No, I've
And
got
then-
no idea.
And then you get slapped by a belt across the cheeks, and then you take a shot. That's the.
And they're
the-
doing that in Denmark.
No, that's what they say.
It's a special, Fred special.
Yeah. I
That,
think
you got hazed. You got that. I feel like I did something like that in college, like getting paddled or something.
It was experience. I can say I did it, you know.
And now you can't take a shot without the belt.
Well, I can. But I'm not over here. I wouldn't drink over here.
Oh, of
You
course,
know,
of course.
It was clearly back in Europe that happened.
Is that what the team belt slap? That's
Yep.
that's what that's based on.
yeah.
Oh, you never knew. That's
I had no idea.
crazy.
I will be needing that video if anyone's got that.
Oh, I mean,
Meet me after
think it's-
class.
what is it on Twitter, right?
No, I think it deleted it.
Oh,
I'm
but
not
it-
sure though.
That
I think
is-
it got deleted. Yeah.
That was so funny.
And Fred made you. And this is in Europe, of course, where
Yeah,
it was
of
legal.
course.
Yeah. What time was? Or how long ago was this?
I think it was last year.
Oh,
I think
okay.
the Summer Masters last year.
Well, you were 19, man. You can't be tricked into that. Surely not.
He wouldn't stop. He was persistent. Man. So I was like, just give him what he wants. He seems so happy. So. And you get to do it back, you know. You get to do it in reverse. So.
Oh, so if you get belted, you
yeah, I
get
got to do it with the Freds.
I mean, of course. I mean,
Who swung harder?
Definitely Fred, dude. Look at the size of that guy.
he's a professional.
He's done it plenty.
He's a seasoned veteran of slapping, but with a belt. And I felt it.
Nothing like a
The best
freshly
one was
forged
him
belt.
and Church. Him and Church. That
Yeah.
was the best one.
Crazy.
God bless, boys. Oh, Jade Dragons, man. You guys are different. You're a different breed.
It's Europe.
Is that what it is? You think it's just a culture shock?
I just feel like something, but
Yeah.
I think I mean you said college and stuff like the frat parties and stuff. They must go pretty crazy somewhere too.
Oh yeah, I mean hazing was a lot of fun if you were in like an actual fraternity, and hazing is fun only if you're doing the hazing, like
Yeah.
having to like.
Is that like the introduction thing or like? What?
Yeah. So like when people join frats, like traditionally there's like pledges,
Yeah.
which are people that are not in the frat just yet, and they're essentially just like your gophers. Like if you need a drink, if you're thirsty and there's a pledge nearby, you send him to get you a drink, and he also buys it for you. Or like if you're at a party night, it's their job to make sure that the party gets cleaned up, that like the drinks are served. Like they're not allowed to have fun. They're there to be like unpaid servants essentially until eventually, you know, they've done enough and they're allowed to be a part of the gang essentially. And maybe that's what the belt slap is for Europeans, I suppose.
Oh.
Is there any culture shock on the team? Because you guys are half and half European NA, right? Or is it just
No,
Just
it's
Mike.
just Mike, just
Mike.
Mike, and he doesn't even live with you guys, right?
No.
He's off on his
There
own.
was no.
No culture shocks at all. Nothing Mike does is like, wow, that's American.
I mean,
Uh,
yaps.
He's a yapper.
Yaps a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that American? I don't think. So.
Nah.
No.
They're just
I-
Mike. Oh.
I also think it's like a little bit hard because now, like most of us, like we've been around for like 7-8 years, whatever, and we also lived here for what 4 years now or something.
Yeah.
So you're kind of used to whatever
Yeah, we're
is
used to
going
it.
on.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't. We just sit at home, play for the most part, play computer.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Nothing you guys like go out and like have fun and do? Because I know the Kings, like they play pickleball.
I mean, I go to the gym, play.
Well, obviously.
Yeah. Gym, pickleball.
Yeah, I've played pickleball as well.
You're out there playing pickleball.
Yeah, I've played pickleball. Like,
You're probably owning the Parisian junior badminton champion, by the way.
of course.
I mean, here in the south, there's a lot of nice people, like this southern hospitality.
Yeah.
I feel that a lot. In Denmark, people are a little bit more reserved, when you meet them and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But here it's like, if I'm at the gym and I see somebody, I mean, this is like a lot of small talks and stuff, which is nice.
Yeah, is that something that's like completely different? Is that not like the standard over in Denmark or maybe France? Are people a little bit less friendly, or
England.
Cambridge,
Right.
wherever you are.
I live like Newcastle area.
That's is that south, east, west? I don't know.
Very, very up north of England.
And it's the opposite in England, right? North is
North,
less
yeah.
posh. South is
Yeah.
more posh.
Yeah.
And posh is fancy for the Americans in chat.
I wouldn't say less friendly, but I'd just say more reserved.
More reserved.
But of course, it just depends who you meet and who you talk to and the environment.
Yeah, man.
Mhm.
I would say it's definitely easier here to, small talk or meet people.
Yeah, so like maybe if you're at the grocery and you're in line, I think in America it's very normal to just be like, "Oh, hey, what's that in your basket?" or what's going on?
Really?
Yeah, you've never run into that.
Never tried that before.
I just be talking to people around. If I'm at like Subway, someone gets something weird on their sandwich, I'm like, really, you want that? Like,
Really?
What do you got in that basket of yours?
yeah. That's it. Oh, where'd you find that chocolate? This, that, or the other. But I feel like I've been around now a bit, and when I'm in Europe and I just like randomly talk to someone, I could see it a little bit. Like they're like, "What's going
Yeah,
on?"
people definitely don't expect it that much there.
Yeah. Is it the same in France?
I think it depends where you live in France.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Paris obviously.
Okay.
People don't talk to you like.
At all?
I mean,
You're not allowed.
Paris is like, it's a working. I don't know what to say, but like, you live in Paris or like you work in Paris. You don't have time to talk to people, man.
Yeah.
Really? It's like New York a little bit.
Yeah.
Like people are bustling.
Yeah, it's like a beach city.
Okay.
That's why I think here, like Alpharetta, like, is it a beach city? It's not.
This is a suburb. We're about 20 minutes out of Atlanta, which
Yeah,
is
yeah.
a big city.
Yeah, I mean, obviously. So that's why I think people are more friendly.
Oh, fair enough.
I think in big city, like in big cities, I don't know, you don't have time to talk to people. I guess I don't know.
Mhm.
You're always in a hurry, and you always have somewhere to go.
That's true. My family, my extended family, actually owns a restaurant in Paris.
Oh.
And I've gone out to visit them once. And I remember we walked out the store, and someone like shoulder checked my mom. Like we're just walking, and they didn't stop. They didn't say
Nope.
sorry. They just kept walking.
That's like DARDEZ.
That is the only time I've gotten into a fight internationally. I had to go chase that guy down.
It's crazy.
So that's just the standard in Paris, huh?
Well, it's not a standard, obviously, right?
That guy, like she went, whoosh, she hit the wall, bro. I got so
He
mad.
didn't turn, like,
Didn't turn, did not break stride. That guy was moving.
That's crazy.
was even maybe it was not French, you know.
No, maybe could have been an American.
Because
I
there's a
don't know.
lot of
Tourists, yeah.
tourists, a lot of tourists in Paris.
So crazy. What about you, Coast? Are the locals friendly in that area
It's
of,
like-
of the UK?
Yeah, like it's like as you go down south, like it's like the more like it's like rude it gets, like London.
So south is more rude, north
Yeah,
is
it's
like very friendly.
People, yeah, like a lot of like people like in the north, like they just like talk to people, especially about like football. It's like
And you mean soccer, of course.
yes,
Yeah.
soccer for the Americans.
Soccer.
Yeah, as you move down, it's like people are like more reserved, keep themselves to themselves.
Okay. Man, did you run into, because you're newer to the States compared to these fellas,
Yep.
any culture shock for you coming over stateside?
I don't think so. You can't walk anywhere really.
No, it's
I don't like
impossible.
that.
Yeah, that's the issue.
And that's the
Yeah.
annoying
That's
part.
why we don't go out that much. I
Yeah,
think
it's
that's
tough. Yeah. Does anyone in the house, is it the four of you together and then Mike separately?
Yeah.
Any of you guys have access to a vehicle, or is it DoorDash and like Uber
Oh, we
only?
do myself.
My girlfriend has a car. and
Oh,
so-
You got a girlfriend. Congratulations. Must be nice, man. Brag about it, why don't you?
Yep.
So she's just like chauffeur.
She'll drive, but when I go to the gym, it's either with Vin or Bascom.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So
So not able to walk anywhere.
Yeah.
When I talk to Hindu, he says every single time, he's like, what I miss from Europe is, God, what is this, some dumb European thing? Like
chippies.
curry and mash or at night, or like,
Curry.
is it like some late night snack thing they're always doing?
The UK thing, maybe.
And perhaps.
I eat a lot of Indian food in
Yeah.
UK.
There's a lot of good
Or
Indian.
like a kebab. He says
Oh,
kebab.
Yeah.
Dude,
Of course.
After
Yeah.
night out, you gotta get a kebab.
So that's everywhere in
Yeah.
Europe. The fellows
Yeah.
just love
Every
kebabs.
street.
Yeah.
In Paris, every street has one.
Really?
Every street.
It's just a thing.
It's too good.
Huh. We have like hot dogs in America, but that's like literally only New York.
Yeah.
Maybe like, no,
One-
it's like just New York.
One thing here in Georgia was everything closes so early.
Dude, that is
Yeah.
strange because like even coming from Tennessee, that's one state up from here, things were like at least open till like 10, 11. Feels like in Georgia, if you haven't eaten by 8 p.m., you're eating at home. Man, that's it. You're just out of luck. I hate that.
Yeah.
Is it different in Europe? Is things that open a little bit later? Because I know nightlife is a big deal out there.
Well, I mean, Paris, obviously it's different.
Yeah.
Everything is open. Like,
We get it, man. You're from Paris.
that's why
Badminton champion.
Right. I mean, it's not comparable, right?
Uh-huh.
So
I think in the bigger cities in Denmark, then stuff is open later for sure, and there's
Yeah.
like maybe like a few 24/7 stores. But also just the nightlife. Like here in Georgia, like sometimes it like closes at midnight or like 1 a.m. But like that's when it starts in Denmark.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like you go like you pre-game and stuff, and you go to the club at like maybe 11 earliest, but you sometimes like go there like 1 or something, and then you just like it stops at like whenever.
That's so crazy to me. No concept for any of that. And in Denmark as well, like the education system's very different too. Like,
Yeah.
I've got friends in Sweden. I think Denmark's similar. You get paid to study at university in Denmark.
Yeah.
Dude.
that's not everyone.
That's so crazy. Was it? Wait, not in Paris. No,
Well, Paris in France.
France. You gotta.
Even in like UK, sure.
Yeah.
Not.
It's
Right.
free. You have to, but like
It's free in the
Yeah,
UK.
it's free.
yeah, until
Oh,
like
it's free
until
here
like
as well.
university.
It's
I mean,
free. Not here.
No, it's free in France as well.
In France, okay.
Well, not every single.
There's like public institutes. None of them are paying you though.
no.
Nope.
That's so crazy. It's such a crazy like culture
Why?
shock to me.
I think it's just motivating people to study and like not be in debt and all that.
Are there any like career students? People are like, I'm just gonna study forever, and that's just what I'm gonna do.
I mean, no, there's like always like rules where
Sure, there's a limit, right?
Yeah, like limit maybe like 6 or 7 years, and if you switch it,
only 6 or 7 years.
That's it.
I don't know what the exact, because we get it after you're 18, and
Uh-huh.
then if you go to gymnasium, which takes like 3 years, you get it there, and then when you go to university, I mean that can be anything between like 2 to 5 years, or like even longer if you're like a doctor or something, right?
That's so
So most of the
crazy.
time you will have what's called SU, which is the money you get paid.
How much is it?
How much did they give you? Huh?
If you live at home, there's like different, depending on how wealthy your parents are, but you probably get like between $400 to $500. And if you move out, I don't know what it is right now exactly, but around $1,000.
Right, and that's just like the standard. Like you don't need to be like an ace student.
No,
You could just
you just get whatever.
graduate primary school, I believe it's called out there, or
We have primary school, which goes up to 9th grade.
okay.
And after that, I mean, depends what direction you go. You go to gymnasium, that's what most people do. But you have to be 18 to receive the money.
Okay.
To receive the stipend or whatever it's called.
That's so interesting. Did you study anything while you were there?
Well, I went to gymnasium when I was 17 with tricks, and then I finished a year before season. So I finished season 4, and I just did like, I don't know what it to be described in here, but I just did like Danish, history, math on A levels.
Okay.
Then I did physics and something else on B.
Okay. So it's like a 100s level course, like 101, 102, if we were to compare it to American stuff. Has anyone else in here studied anything past the high school level? Yeah?
Yeah, I studied like electronics, like IT for 2 years.
Okay. Did you get is there an associate's degree equivalent in Europe?
I don't know, but I know like because I had to repeat that sentence for my like exam. I know that it's like equivalent to HND in like UK, but I don't know.
Yeah. What is an H&D? Quick.
I have no idea.
Yeah,
I've never heard that before.
It's like I don't know. It's like a small.
Like an associate's degree, like a 2-year degree maybe?
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
2 years degree.
That's cool. That's super useful. I made the big mistake of dropping out like in my second semester of my second year. So I'm like 1 credit away from a 2-year degree. And that expired like last year.
Oh, damn.
So I have to start over now.
I don't really lucky with the timing.
Yeah, it was nice. What about you, Coast? Study anything? I mean, you're
I did,
so
like-
young.
I mean,
I did like 2 years of like I did like A levels, which is like after I don't know high school, I guess. I did games development. I did history. I did criminology.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
Yeah.
You wanted to get into like the court system, or what was it?
I always want to do something with games, but you have to do like 3 subjects. I was like, all right, this sounds
Video games, video
Yeah.
game development, criminology.
yeah, it's like this sounds interesting, but it was very boring. unfortunately.
Fair enough.
I passed everything though.
Nice. And you did you finish a degree at all, or are you still
Like
your credits are gonna be there
Yeah.
for a while though? You're quite young.
yeah,
Any plans to go back? Maybe finish that up at
I
some
have
point?
no idea.
No.
I guess
Yeah.
we'll see.
Fair enough. School is so tough. I don't know about you guys. I struggle a lot with like sitting in a classroom. I hated it so much.
Yeah, I think if I figure something out that I really enjoy, I think it's easy. But if it's just there doing like a lot of A levels and all this stuff, I don't find it that interesting, you know. But hopefully, if I find something that I enjoy, like whether it's to do with the fitness or like health or something.
I could see you doing like personal training and stuff too, just like hearing how you talk to like other players in the studio.
Yeah, I think that could be interesting. Yeah, I'm not really sure what direction I would go.
You gotta bulk up Coast, maybe take him into the gym with you, put some muscle on him.
Be there for a while. You need a lot of work.
All right, fellas, let's talk Worlds. It's right around the corner. I mean, first obviously there's the not the play-ins, the qualifiers, playoffs, excuse me. But let's go straight to Worlds. What are the expectations for the Jade Dragons? Because I think right now you guys are in like a dark horse contention spot where, like, could they do it? They could have a run, probably. Coast has come in. The teams look a lot better. What are you guys' expectations? Are there any teams that you're looking out for in particular? Like, I want to dodge these guys, or maybe you want to dog these other guys, like anything like that?
Anything but finals would be disappointing, honestly.
Really?
Not that I'm thinking that we're like straight up just the best team right now and all that, but I don't know. I've always been in like quarters of semis, and it's time to make the finals.
That's fair. Fair. What about you, Coast?
Yeah, I think anything less than finals is disappointing. I think we definitely have the potential to win it. Like,
Okay.
with how like hard like we try and like practice and stuff. Like, if we've got like good 2-3 months, so I know we can get to the level.
Any teams out there that you really want to meet? Would you like to catch Neil Ma, maybe?
I want to, Neil or Kenna, so Hounds or Levi's.
Okay.
Just because, I love both. I love both of them.
Yeah, you have a really interesting dynamic with adapting, because it really is like a meshing of eras in my mind. Like, having personally been around the scene for so long, I think of adapting as like one of the OGs out there. And then all of a sudden you're teaming with them over in the EU SEC, and you guys are like boys. You come up to the SPL together. What was that like? Do you feel like adapting maybe took you under his wing a little bit, or was it like, I got to carry this old dog in his last years? Like, what's going on?
Like the first, like when he came out of retirement, when we picked him up, like he was very, very washed and rusty. But like once he got back into it, he was like really dedicated and motivated. Like he like taught me so much. Like I wouldn't be in SPL if like I didn't play with him for those few months. Like he just showed me so much. Like at the SPL level, like how like the game should be played, how the map should be played, stuff like that. So
That's cool.
he carried me in the end.
Did he? Fair enough. And now you're gonna go bop him at Worlds if you get your way.
Of course, I'd love to.
Anybody you got your eyes on, Dardez? Anyone you want to crush on your warpath?
Nah, not really.
No. Anybody you want to avoid that you're really scared of?
I mean, it would be fun to finally beat Paul at Worlds, I guess, because I keep getting reverse swept by that guy. But that guy, it's not on him, obviously, but
A lot of it is. That's a lot of Paul's teams. Yeah.
I keep losing to the winners every World, so
Yeah. I mean, there's worse people to lose to, like losers,
No.
perhaps.
yeah, of course. So maybe this time I get to win. Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
I just need to stop trolling, I guess.
I'd love that.
Make sure I don't short pick at Worlds with you. You know what's crazy?
What's that?
I've never played Hera or AMC at Worlds.
Those are like your picks.
That's crazy.
When I think of you, I think of Hera, AMC. For some reason, Aphrodite's in my mind for
Mori
you,
as well.
and on her. I think you're the on her player.
Ooh,
He's
that's
lost
kinda
that title now.
disrespectful.
I hate to say
This
it,
guy
but
in here.
he's unplayable right now in mid. Unplayable.
Really?
Unplayable.
You've tried?
You cannot clear the way.
Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough.
It's rough. Man.
Salt played him and he looked pretty dominant. So
Who?
Salt, against the Glads, he was owning.
Yeah, right.
Next time you
Just
meet
look
the
into
Glads, you could play on her as well.
Let BM try that? Nah, I wish he was playable in mid, but sadly.
Even if he
Like, I
was, it
know,
would go to him though.
I
Yeah.
mean, he loves it something. Like he needs it, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I don't need it,
On her crutcher over there.
Everyone just feels better when I play, Everyone's just more confident, so I do it to make everyone else happy.
That's why you play him.
Yeah, it's like when you play like Mori, like everyone's feeling great. You're like, oh, we got DARDEZ Mori. It's like, oh, I'm on Anha,
Sure,
Same
whatever
thing.
you say.
What's LASBRA's pick? Is it Rat?
I don't have a pick.
Yeah, I gotta keep it quiet, right? It's
I
not
mean-
Rat, surely.
Oh,
I like the Athena too. I think that's a good look for you.
no god.
Don't ban any of my picks.
You used to love the Pele, but no.
Yeah, what happened to the Pele?
Vanished.
I mean, everybody vanished the Pele.
I just breastplate studio and the god is unplayable, right? Well, I mean,
Yeah, what's one meta change you guys want to see before Worlds? Me personally, you hit it. Breastplate's gotta get a change, I think.
yeah. It's too cheap. I don't know, man.
Too cheap, passive's too good, CDR 20% so quickly.
You just give the mage build is Book of Thoth as well, so it's not even bad for the Book of Thoth build.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah, you get the synergy. Oh, gross.
it's just
Yeah. So
yeah. Breastplate needs to.
I want prop buff gone. Just removed.
I think prop buff is probably like the more
really.
Yeah, it's
I hate it.
really
so annoying.
annoying.
Yeah, because you got to spend a lot of time over there now. Like it's like first wave, you're there essentially. So double prop buff removal, double breastplate on this side. A lot of defense talk at the Jade Dragons table. We hate it. You shouldn't be allowed to build it. It's cringe.
Yep.
Let's get one word around the table, fellas, before we close out the show. You got anything to say to the fans at home? Keep it to one. The last 3 teams I did this with, I got 2 or 3 words and I hated it. Coast, start me off.
I don't want to start.
All right, LASBRA, start me off.
Macaroni.
Okay. That's right. Coast?
French.
Feels a little targeted. DARDEZ.
Fraud.
Macaroni French fraud.
That was my Smurf name for a bit.
It makes sense now. Macaroni French fraud.
Yeah. Well, macaroni is not French, but
Where's it from?
Italian, right? Surely.
I have no idea.
It was because it's a pasta.
Maybe. Yeah. Well, I'm not being like I just think surely. I mean, macaroni.
Gee, so French.
Italian thing.
Macaroni.
It's not a French thing, though.
It sounds kind of French.
Maybe it is. No, I'm not.
Oh, do you before we close it? I know I said I was gonna close it already, but do you claim French fries?
Do I claim French fries?
Yeah, because you're French.
Why are they called French fries?
I don't know.
There you go.
And there you go. That's it for the Jade Dragons. Stay tuned, just because I want you on the channel. I don't
What's
think we
your
have
one
anything
word?
coming up. Huh?
What's your one?
Nobody's ever turned this on me.
Yeah, he
guys.
don't- It's not nice.
You too.
Fuck. All right, let's go. I said it. Production, it's pho. PHO. It's my favorite soup. Get me out of here, please.